Hi, I'm Tony.
And I'm Kimberly.
And this is Better Together. Thank you for joining us. Kimberly, what are we talking about today?
Today, we are talking about the great topic entitled anger.
Anger.
Ooh, yes, not so great, is it?
Getting over anger?
Getting over anger.
You know, every man in America, everybody who's listening right now, their ears just perked up. So you're going to give us, we're going to talk about how a woman gets over anger. Or is this everybody in general?
I would love to say everybody in general, but I feel like women in particular really struggle with anger because I feel like we have a lot of things going on in our heads.
No, if you generalize, but that's true. Oh. You do have a lot going on in your head.
So what, generalizing?
Okay.
No generalizations?
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
For the sake of this, we are generalizing greatly. So getting over anger. Let's say you and I have a misunderstanding or a disagreement or whatever, and it results in anger. What are your keys internally?
So one of the first things I think that I'm recently realizing is that I need to analyze my feelings.
How do you analyze your feelings?
So in that, it's, why do I feel this way?
Okay.
Think about, why am I feeling this way?
So is it legitimate?
Exactly. And then you have to, I can't say you have to do it like this is a process. Okay. This isn't just boom, boom,
Good.
boom.
Okay. So for us guys out there who may be interesting, how long might this process of analyzing your feelings take? Because sometimes I see, I talk to guys a lot, and I are one. So I find myself ducking, wondering how long does it take to process or analyze your feelings? So help me understand.
Yeah, you have to, I think, internally recognize what's going on. Is your heart rate going a mile a minute? Yeah. Are your palms sweaty? And then you have to think, is this really worth getting so amped?
Okay.
Inwardly.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: Do you think that people struggle with recognizing that emotion or recognizing when they're angry? It's because some people, I think, maybe they don't know that they're angry and don't recognize. So I love what you said. Analyze your feelings. So the first thing is, I am feeling angry. And then you said the second thing was?
Right. The second thing, and then once you determine that is this anger legitimate?
Okay.
Is this feeling legitimate?
Okay. Let's just say that it is you have a legitimate reason for being angry.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Well, then what are you going to do with that?
Right.
Because ultimately, where are you going to take it?
Okay.
So that's where you come in to key number 2,
all right,
which would be assessing the value.
Okay. So when you say assessing the value, what does that mean?
Yes. In other words, is this feeling, this internal thing that's going on, is it really important?
So is it really worth getting angry over?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
is it important? Is this worth this heightened emotional response?
Okay. So one, is it legitimate, or is it a misunderstanding, or is this a illegitimate feeling that I'm having? Number 2, is it really worth the effort of feeling this way? Is there a high value? That's good.
This emotional investment.
Yeah.
Is it really worth it?
Okay.
And then, whatever you have to do, you have to realize that and then you start, when you're going down this avenue of anger.
Right.
And then you have to ask yourself, why am I angry? What is going on? What's going on in my head? And then you have to, if you rehearse and rehearse and rehearse, you're going to continue. It's going to only escalate.
So the feeling's not going to go away as long as you're rehearsing the narrative.
Right. There is no de-escalation at that point.
Now, I've said it this way on here before, that your feelings follow your focus. So what you're saying is there has to be a recognition and an internal and an intentional redirecting of those. So stop rehearsing whatever that hurt is or whatever that is motivating that anger. That's good.
Well, right, exactly. Because then when you're thinking about the narrative, like what you're rehearsing or whatever, then you're starting to get more focused on that, And then it's almost like more internal. In other words, it's dealing with pride.
Selfish, self-preservation.
Yeah, whatever, self-preservation. And because ultimately when you're dealing with anger, it's really all about you.
So it's a trespass. So anger is a response to a perceived trespass. Is
Yes.
that safe to say? Okay.
I would say so. I don't know of anybody who's really been on the receiving end of at least my anger who's been like, yay, I am so glad.
You don't get angry?
I am so glad. Thank you for getting angry at me.
Right.
I just don't know that.
Okay, so stop rehearsing that particular narrative that keeps building or reinforcing. So rehearsing that narrative is kind of like, I like to say it this way, so it's like throwing additional logs on the fire.
Ooh, that's good.
The Bible says in the book of Proverbs that if you want a fire to go out, you stop putting wood on it. And you take away that, the wood and the fire goes out. Same thing with a quarrel. You take away that, or anger. So if you take away, you're saying that if you take away the rehearsing of that offense or that trespass, if you stop that, then you're taking away the fuel that fuels the anger in essence.
Right. But then you can't just stop. You can't just stay there.
Okay.
Because then you have to replace it with something.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. Good.
Right. I mean, and then, so stopping the narrative and then replacing it with you mentioned the Bible, with a biblical perspective.
A positive narrative.
A positive narrative.
Good. So has this worked for you?
It's working.
Is it working?
For me.
Has it worked recently?
Yes.
Good.
As far as, if I'm being totally and completely transparent.
Oh, I don't know if we want to do that.
As far as yesterday.
Oh, no. Yesterday. Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
And this is the thing. This is the thing that really, really gets me.
Okay.
Is I'm like, man, you get so focused on your anger, you miss the wonderful opportunity. I mean, you got me flowers.
Oh.
Don't be jealous, ladies, but a dozen red roses.
Right. But you weren't angry at me.
I wasn't.
But anger.
But because I was still stuck in the negative narrative.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I missed this wonderful opportunity to have immediate love and affection and
appreciation and gratitude for being married to the best man on the face of the planet. Okay, all right.
Yes.
So do you think that's one negative repercussion of anger that people don't really, really appreciate is what it costs? It doesn't just cost you your attention or whatever in the moment, but it causes us to miss out on really good opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I would have to say, like, you haven't been known to bring flowers regularly. That's not to say that he's not getting better at that. Okay.
Right.
But really, I mean, I was so excited and I missed this wonderful opportunity to show you love and appreciation and affection. And I was so focused on me.
Yeah. But you got over it. And you were able to refocus.
I did.
And so, and I tell people this all the time. I said, we may have bad moments, but that doesn't mean we have to have bad days or bad weeks. And so some of the keys that you've given here as far as changing, not only to stop rehearsing that negative narrative. So how do I recognize a negative narrative? I want to say this, and I think this will help you. If you say, well, I don't really know what a negative narrative is. A negative narrative is one that is disproportionately focused on us. Because we're not talking about getting over anger necessarily. We're talking about getting over ourselves.
That's right.
And our selfishness. That's cool. So let's just say you're talking to somebody and you're going to look out there and they're dealing with anger. They're dealing with disproportionate focus on self or selfishness, and it's costing them repetitively. What do you say to them?
Stop the cycle.
Stop it.
Yes, really. Stop the cycle. Get quiet. If you could really recognize the internal feelings that's going on sooner than later, you could really save yourself a lot of hurt.
From just going down that road. It really is a spiral of death when it comes to anger, isn't it?
Yeah. And there is nothing good. Yeah. I think that's somewhere in the Bible.
Yeah, it's probably fair to say that. Hey, listen, thank you so much. We enjoy having some very, maybe too candid conversations with you. Please check out the rest of the channel, subscribe, like, hit that bell so you get the notifications of when we do launch one of our Better Togethers. We try to give you one about every other week, and we do some shorts. We'll try not to inundate you too much
with our personal lives.
With our personal lives, but we want to see you grow, because we really do believe that you are truly better together.
That's right.
You do?
I do.
All right.
Thank you for joining us.
All right. God bless you.